was very much like the experience I would have had patrolling in Iraq or Afghanistan at first. You go out with a group of your friends all dressed in camouflage, early morning out in trucks, looking for something. When we first did that, it terrified me. I didn't expect my PTSD to come up so strongly in it. Your memories can be as real as your current experience. You're trapped in your memory more than you're able to live in the present. I thought, like, my God, these are my friends and something bad's gonna happen.
Hand warmers. A lot of people think that hunting is just for the hunt. I mean, in all honesty, there's so much more to it. I love the idea of being in the outdoors as the sun comes up, briskness of the air across your face, the beauty of the water, and then of course the hunt too, but more importantly the camaraderie with your battle buddies. Just, you know, gossiping and shooting the shit. And just really see the beauty in life again, because that had been taken from me. Outdoor Experience for All has a ladies' veteran javelina hunt going on. If you don't know what a javelina is, it's a little tiny pig with razor-sharp teeth.
So that's something you'd be looking for, something that's out of place in it.
I'm Ana Maria Cardinale, and I'm from Santa Fe, New Mexico. And we're here in Arivaca, Arizona.
Today we are going out and we are looking for javelina. So I was a latecomer to hunting. I'm a recent convert to hunting. I belong to an organization that works a lot with the homeless, and I wanted to be able to feed more of our people more economically.
I'm Sarah Stowell. I'm a budget analyst in the U.S. military, and I'm also the founder and director of herwildlife.org. Growing up, I was never really allowed to hunt, and after joining the service, graduating boot camp, I went on a snow goose hunt. That was basically my foot in the door. Since 2017, I've been all over the United States, and I'm starting to take out other female veterans and ladies as well. There's not very many organizations that are taking female veterans out. When you get a group of women together that are hunting, they're gonna feel naturally more calm, because if they're hunting with a group of guys, and I've experienced it, and I know other ladies have, they feel nervous and anxious that they don't know what they're doing. Even though they've held the same, military occupational specialties, sometimes it just makes us feel more comfortable being together as women.
All right, let's look and see if we can find out where they live, and I'll show you how they eat, what they eat.
My name is Marcia Petrie-Sue. I am Arizona Game and Fish Commissioner. I'm doing these fabulous events, bringing more women into the outdoors, getting them comfortable with not only shooting, but also hunting. I'm truly honored and blessed to be here and be able to help other women to do just this. When you understand the reason that people hunt and what fantastic conservationists they are, it becomes even more important to hunt and to make sure that we're taking care of the species. But the biology and the science behind that is so very important to keep these herds healthy.
There's a bunch of volunteers that are out here helping us veteran ladies navigate the hunt. We each have a mentor that guides us around, and I laugh because I'm like, oh, I have an Olympian for that, and Lanny's my Olympian.
Hunting is kind of sacred to me. I am a 3-time Olympian in biathlon, which is skiing and shooting. I jumped into a sport that originated as a form of hunting on skis. So for me, that was kind of the closest thing to hunting in the Olympics that you could get. One of the true escapes that I can actually get where I'm out in the woods, really enjoying nature. Turn the phones off, escape the pressures of everyday life, and just submerge themselves into the amazing sense of nature and the surroundings.
Lanny's become something of a sister because of the way she introduced me to hunting.
Saw a group yesterday that we were trying to find again this morning on the hillside, and weren't able to locate them, but been seeing a lot of deer out here, so at least gives us something to look at, and I think when it warms up a little bit throughout the day, we'll hopefully find something. It's like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Yeah, it's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah.
I was a trainer and a member of the very first U.S. Marine Corps female engagement team. That point in time of the year was starting to get cold, so it was a humanitarian mission of bringing heat supplies to villages that needed it. So whenever a Jeep would leave the base, a young man, like a kid, a 12, 13-year-old kid, would follow that Jeep on a motorbike with a grenade. And he'd throw the grenade and we'd lose a Jeep of people. We went out and sure enough, here comes the kid on the motorbike. And he's got something in his hand. You don't know if that something is a grenade or a rock. We try to outrun him in the Jeep, and we strut over those dunes and we start taking air, and it's crazy, you know? I injured my head on the roof because we went flying. We did in fact outrun the kid. We did it by accidentally, unknowingly, like driving into a minefield, which posed its own set of problems. So that was kind of like a day of miracles, and if I have to wear this because of it, I'm grateful as a reminder.
One of the things that I suffered from was MST, military sexual trauma. Not wanting to get out of bed in the morning, you know, to just face what had happened was pretty difficult. And if it wasn't for hunting, I don't know where I would be at today.
Looks like hair. Looks like two. See that?
In the center.
Hey. See,
Is that the same we were looking?
so I imagine right now they're probably about 600 yards. If we can cut that distance in half,
Okay.
at least.
Yeah.
I think we can get within 200 yards. We get to like this ridge, and then this should be a
Fantastic.
Up on like the ridges, there were some javelina that were running around up there. And so after we spotted them, we basically started doing a spot and stalk. And then walked all the way to the peak. I started to feel extremely exhausted. My legs started to feel like jello. Jeez. I felt like I couldn't make the trek up the hill anymore. At that point, I think I was going into fight or flight because my body was so exhausted. I needed to disengage for a moment. That's when I started focusing on my footsteps, hitting the rocks, started looking at the cactuses. And then I started staring at the sky. And I mean, it was just absolutely beautiful. And that helped me get up to the top of the peak. And they had clearly made it down the other side long before we got there. But it was still awesome, you know. All right, what's the game plan?
Go home.
Yeah. I haven't harvested a javelina yet. It doesn't matter to me because what matters to me is the beautiful people that I've been surrounded with, the scenery that has surrounded me today. It's just been breathtaking. It's been a great experience.
Look at that peak over there. Isn't it pretty?
That's cool. Oh, this is such a cool picture. This is what feels like we're in a painting. Like we're in a fantasy painting. We're not in a real reality. And to get to experience life like this, to get to experience the beauty of creation, just to experience how beautiful life can be, is something that Lanny and this organization has given me and gives to all the veterans that come through here and you guys make possible. And I just can't, I can never find an appropriate way to express the gratitude, but hopefully maybe that scene does. It's incredible.
That was fun. That was fun. Oh, Gladdy.
I'm super hungry.
I can't wait for dinner.
So, tell me how today went.
So we saw the piggies, except they were at the top of a mountain.
Okay.
And they were quick. So by the time we walked all the way up the mountain, they're gone. And then we had to figure out how to get down. Well, what about you guys?
So, before we talk about us, so you climbed that mountain.
Yeah, it's traumatic. I don't know if I want to talk
Oh,
about
that's
it.
awesome, though.
Yeah.
Go, girl.
It definitely broke the stunk of the entire hunt. I mean, I'm fine with the fact that we didn't harvest.
We actually saw some today, but they ended up not being.
We thought we did.
Yeah.
I could have sworn.
Are they under like the hickory bushes? Yeah.
Well, they ended up turning into bushes.
They were magically transformed into bushes.
So what you're saying is you didn't see shit.
We didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a really neat experience because everybody's in different zones or hunting with different people. So to be able to come back, go in the tent, crack a cold one, and just shoot the shit and talk about how the hunt went, it's awesome.
We hiked and we hiked, we glassed and we glassed. We didn't find any, but the joy of just the act of getting to do that beautiful time spent with friends, that was worth more than anything we could have brought home as a harvest on this hunt. I can't express the gratitude, kind of healing that this engenders in the heart. It felt something so far outside of my normal reality that I'm going to be able to preserve it forever, kind of the way you remember a dream. It stays with you on that other level, that level of memory, that level of transcendent beauty. That's what hunting has brought to me personally. It's given me a lot that I'm able to do with it for others, but what it's brought to me personally is this kind of time-out moment of appreciation of the beauty of the world. And that's an incredible thing to have.